you laughing at? Whoa, look, it's time to go viral. I'm homicidal, I'm killing all my rivals. I'm the man, shit, I put that on the Bible. I Spotify my target, cause you know I got the title. Hey, I'm a Mac 2. I told baby shake that ass like she Apple. She said it's real, so she got my name tattooed. House full, so I hit it in the back room. Whoa, baby said she needed now, peep the urgency. I want a little Kim before she had the surgery. Leg spread on that hardcore poster. She love twerking, she just do it for the coach. Big dog, bull massive. 6 tray Chevrolet, I'm classic. All these niggas mad at me, that's tragic. The main bitch in the bed, that's graphic. Yeah, we about to go viral. Hey, we about to go viral.
Mic check, mic check. Mic check, 1 3 1 3. Viral way, we run the streets. Best podcast in the world. Most viralist podcast on the West by far. We are the culture. We are the needle pushers. We are the line pushers. We are the influence. Invisible Influence, go read that book. If you want to know a little bit about us, you feel me? It ain't nobody in this culture we ain't influenced yet, and that's a fact. From the biggest to the smallest. They might not acknowledge it, but it's a fact. Shout out to everybody, though. Definitely shout out all the Viral Way supporters, all the viral members. Viral gang is in here, country to country, coast to coast, city to city, state to state. We in here. We up. What's the deal? It's your host that do the most, Mr. Viral himself, a.k.a. the villain, because they hate me for my opinion. As always, I got my co-host in the building, LBC Messiah.
Yes, indeed. We back up in this bitch, man, like we never left. Shout out to all the Viral Way members, man. Shout out to everybody that fuck with us, man. Like I said, y'all fuck with us, we fuck with y'all. Hey. And all the real Viral Way members, man, we got a lot of merch coming in. Like I told y'all, come grab these shirts. A lot of them going.
You got to get the link,
fast.
Fool. You got to put the link up for them.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, it's 2025, cuz you got to put that link up.
Yeah, man. If the link ain't up by the time y'all see this, man, come holla at in one of our DMs, man, and I got y'all.
Long Beach, I got us. That's the super. Ooh, damn, I think I just broke the stand. Tweaking. I got to get a new mic stand now. Damn. Hey, back like we never left is an understatement. I feel like I live in the studio now. My girl's starting to trip. Like, when you gonna make some time for me? And woo, you always editing. And so we putting in overtime grind for y'all. Just know that. I'm leaving parent-teacher conferences to come hit the studio.
Hey, I remember I told them a long time ago that when I told them about being focused, and I feel like we super focused. We've been lasering in. And when I say focus, I mean follow one course until successful. And that's what we on right now, man. Stay focused.
Music talk. Hey, what's up? What's going on in the music world? I want to shout out Mozzie. Shout out Celly Rue. Celly Rue and Mozzie got a new track out. They got a new video out called Therapeutic. So they released a new track. Hey, remember, don't curse first 30 seconds of the topics. Yeah.
I always forget when we start talking like it's already 30 seconds in.
Nah, it's like every year. So shout out to Mozzie and Celly Rue. They just dropped a new track called Therapeutic. Back in a bag. This is the Mozzie and the Celly Rue that made me a supporter of their music. I believe when Fabulous dropped Summertime Shootouts, the first one, that's when I first heard of Mozzie. That fool Lil Jew was like, hey, you ain't heard Woo Whoop? And I'm like, this is raw. I never heard nobody this raw talking the way he was talking. It was a breath of fresh air. And then, of course, I found out about Celly Rue. And I low-key fucking with Celly Rue a little more than Mozzie at some point. Like, Celly Rue was gas and he just was lazy with the releases. So I'm glad to see them back. Hopefully this is a track off a project that they have coming up. Because I think right now is the perfect time, man. Everybody's looking for the real rap. They're looking for the real lyricists to come back outside. And right now, the perfect time for them to drop. So West Coast, back up. Northern Cali, y'all back up. How you feel about the song, fool?
Nah, I love the song. I love Mozzie verse. Mozzie always been gas to me, though. Like, I remember when you first sent me his stuff that blotted out in a pen. At first, I'm like, man, what is this? Because I was so biased. I only wanted CDs that I knew for sure without taking a risk on new artists and stuff like that. Because you know you only get a limited 10 CDs as they let you try to get, at least coming through the package or the mail. So I was like, man. But when I heard it, I'm like, oh, yeah, he different. Even just the stuff he was talking. And he always, Mozzie ain't changed up. Mozzie has stayed Mozzie in my opinion. And I actually feel like Mozzie should be way bigger than what he is. I don't know. Maybe he's just big in Cali, but I feel like he should be at the point, the type of work that Mozzie has put in. I think he should be a bigger artist for even just staying solid and thorough with the way he is and the way his music is. He hasn't changed far as, and he speaks about real life stuff. Even though people don't not understand that in their mind, they might think he just talks about killing, but a lot of his stuff has depth in the way he put his words together. And he has his own style, his own slang. He don't sound like nobody. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to, like you just said, Northern Cali. They up right now with that one.
Mozzie definitely doing his thing. He's definitely a unique artist, and he definitely came from the bottom to the top. You could go look up old freestyles when he was Dirty Lil Tim on the block, freestyling, rapping like you feel me? You know, they got their own style over there. I think he was a part of the Fab clique of the Oak Parks. You know, they all got their different sections as far as the rap go, the Rizillas and the Fab, the Little Nicks. So I'm tapped in with everything they got going on over there, and to see his style elevate is dope. It's dope. He can actually rap. He can actually put bars together. That's a lot of criticism West Coast MCs get, is they're not intricate with their raps, and Mozzie's not one of them. And Shelly Rue is hard. Shelly Rue hard. A lot of people sleep on Shelly Rue. Like I said, he's not as consistent with his drops, but that Forever East and them I forget the name of them other tapes he had like right before that with him and Scar, the duo album they had, the collab album. Them niggas is hard, cuz. So I'm happy to see them niggas back outside doing their thing, talking that talk, because music been watered down. But as of lately, it been a lot of drops from the real MCs. So all this fake shit is getting pushed out the way. Just like all this fake ass, bullshit ass content people is tired of, that all these goofies been dropping, that shit getting pushed out the way with the real shit. So the real is back, 2025, man.
What they say, destroy and rebuild, out with the fake, in with the real. Man, it's looking good right here. Hopefully things start to look up.
Shout out to MOZZY. I definitely fuck with Mozzie. Mozzie actually came to the set to shoot a video. What was that video? He shot it at the funeral home on the north side, so I won't say the set. He came to the city, though. The set was there on site, though. Rest in peace, my nigga Murph. They used his bucket in the video to do the drive-by. You see him in the video. Him, Shelly Rue, E. Mozzie, all them pulled up. It was like 2017. They was tapped in with one of the homies doing some music shit. Then he invited us out to one of his shows out in the Valley, I believe. So we pulled up out there. He gave us the red carpet, blue carpet treatment to his VIP section. So Mozzie be tapped in, fool. Like, he come out here, he one of them niggas who really fuck with the people. No security, no nothing. He really gonna pull up on you, do the verses for the low, if not for free, and really function with niggas. This is why he get a lot of love. He's not Hollywood.
Nah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
But what you think? I think, is he still CMG?
I believe so. I don't know how long his contract was. I ain't never really looked too deep into it, but I know he ain't. CMG low-key just fell off to me. Right after he went to jail, they did that Steppers, and I haven't really heard too much from him. Then Doug was in jail. Then you got Moneybagg Yo. I think he's on and off. You got a few of them from CMG that was at the pinnacle where I thought they was going to take off, but a lot of them didn't.
Yeah, I didn't like the CMG move. I understand why he did it, though. He was going to jail. Let me get a quick advance. Let me get my bag right so, you know, my fam is straight while I'm gone, and I can have the label holding me down while I'm gone. So it made sense from that aspect, but his sound, to me, didn't line up with the CMG. I know they was trying to do, like, No Limit or Cash Money or even G-Unit, per se, and get an artist from each different region, but the artist that was on CMG, Mozzie, was too real for them niggas. Like, even to do features with them, it didn't mix. This right here, this therapeutic track, that's Mozzie's sound right there, that putting emotion and pain on the beat. He's almost DMX-esque with being able to pour his emotions on the beat and make you feel it. When you turn Mozzie music on, you feel it. You don't just like, oh, damn, he rapping good. No, you feel what he talking about, especially if you come from the same background. Like, nigga, I grew up just like that. I went through them same experiences. So shout out to MOZZY.
I don't think the CMG was necessarily bad. Like you said, I understand why he did it. I just think CMG just had too many artists to focus on. Majority of them how they should have. Like, cause you got Moneybagg, he make a lot of slaps. You got I like 42 Doug. I forget what's the other two, man. I don't really listen to them too much. But it's a few. It's too many. It was too many artists to me. So I don't know if he's still with CMG. But matter of fact, I think Mozzie dropped something not too long ago.
He did. He dropped the project.
Yeah.
He did. He dropped the project. I did a review on that. Y'all didn't show that review enough love, cuz y'all better go run that up, man. We reviewing the real artists over here, the real rap. We not gonna tell you no bullshit. Trust me, I'm not listening to no bullshit. I'm already stubborn as it is, low-key stuck in my ways with the music. So if I give my ear to somebody new or I give a recommendation to a track, trust me, it's hot, it's fire. I forget the name of that album though. I gotta look it up. It was hard though. He had some hard tracks on there. It seemed like it was kind of rushed though.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, like I said, you got to mix the medicine with the candy. You got to put the medicine inside the candy. So when we talking to celebrity talks, that's the candy. But you know y'all got to get this medicine. We got to go high power because that's the lane that we came in. That's the lane we carved. And that's the lane we going to stay in. So your boy, we was going to talk about this the other day too. He just recently went viral. I believe it was Nelly, right? So Nelly said his daughter has a place to stay at his place forever. Like she could leave, get down bad on her luck, come back and stay as long as she need to till she get back on her feet, go back out there. If she got to come home again, she good to come back. But his son is on the clock. You see that that hourglass? His son moved back in, he's flipping that hourglass. And by the time that sand is gone, his son got to be gone. So he said his daughter is good forever, but his son is on a time clock because he's raising a man. And as a man, you're supposed to stand on your own two, your own 10 toes, solid in the world. So he's not going to harbor him or coddle him and low-key put him at a disadvantage as a man in the world. No, you got to get out there like a bird when it's time for his kids to leave the nest. And I'm tongue-tied today. And they just push him out, and it's either you fly and succeed or you hit the ground and perish and it's over with. That's the stance he's taking with his son. Like, I'm going to throw you out the nest, get out there and fly. I gave you the tools, I gave you the opportunities, but you got to figure it out as a man. Do you agree with that?
I don't agree. I don't agree. I don't agree only because of, I feel like these are the type of mindsets we have in our community. And I think it's like more so of a poverty set mindset. Now, I understand if he's equipped him with the tools for life and to do certain things, but we all know life be life. And to be established as I believe Nelly is, I would never put my son on no type of time when it comes to that. Now, it's a difference if he's sitting there not doing nothing and you have to get him to do certain things, but if he's still allowed to progress and he's still trying in life, I really wouldn't want to do that. Even at the same time, I look at it as in a sense, like when you have family and you allow, like when you get out your family house, I feel like it's better because you get to spend more time with your family here. And those are things that's more important. And what I mean is a sense, if you have a mansion big enough to where your family could be in, I don't think people should shy away from that as much as people would like to think. Because once you move out your family house, 9 times out of 10, you don't see as much people. You know what I'm saying? Like outside of, and this is from my own experience when I think about, I probably won't see my mama as much unless I go see her. Or you probably don't see your sisters or your brothers as much unless you decide to go see them. And that might be once a month because they're living their lives, you living your lives. And 9 times out of 10, we won't see each other until some type of get together. And I think a lot of times this is why we have problems when it comes to building generational wealth, because we're so quick to put them out there, even regardless. Now, if you set him up and he just went broke and then he came back in a sense like that, then that's probably a different story. But to allow your daughter, just because she's your daughter, to live here forever, you're basically having favoritism for one. And now you're basically saying at the end of the day, yeah, you're a man, but you're showing your daughter she doesn't have to grow up and be a woman either. And I'm this is going to go off a little off topic, but I was thinking about this too when I seen that. Like, what's this dude name? They said the Black Millionaires thing. After careful consideration, the owner of Louis Vuitton selected his 29-year-old son to be the next CEO of their multi-billion brand, Laura Piana. Think about this the next time you want you want your kids to get it out the mud. They already set their children up for a successful life. This ain't even just success. This is success forever. A billionaire company for life. He gave them away where you ain't never got to come back. And I'm pretty sure if he wanted to, he still could come back. The much money as Nelly made in his prime, I believe his kids should have been set up for life also.
See, I agree, but then I don't to a degree. It's one of those gray area things where it's perspectives on both sides. So on one side, I agree with Nelly. As a man, you got to learn how to get out here and compete. It's a dog-eat-dog world. You do got to learn how to stand up on your own, and you do got to learn how to fall down and figure out how to pick up the pieces on your own. Because no matter how much I give you, there's still always a slight possibility you could lose it all. And if you're not equipped with the tools or know how to get it back, you're fucked. I set you up for failure. So it's like those people who were born into wealthy families, a tragedy happened, they lose it all, the stock market crashed or their company went under, then you see them go home and off their family and jump off a bridge or something crazy like that. So them be the people who never had to struggle at all. I believe it's better when you struggle first and then you reach the success, because if you lose it all, you know how to survive in the struggle already. But that's not saying you have to struggle the same way as your parents struggled. Because if your parents are doing better, of course they should offer you better opportunities. So someone like Nelly, his son shouldn't have to grow up the same way he did in St. Louis. But I could even use my own life as an example. When I got out of prison, my mom kicked me out. When she found out I had got my baby mom's pregnant, she like, oh, hell nah. You grown now, and you're not about to have no kid in my house growing up in the same room you grew up in with your kid now. You got to figure it out. So at the time, I was like, I can't believe she's doing this shit. But that was the Kickstarter for me and made me get my shit together even faster, where if I know for a fact, like, I could just chill at mom's shit till I get it together, I might have not went out there and got it together as quickly as I had to do. So the world treats men differently. There ain't no excuse for a man. Ain't no apologies for men. It ain't no leeway for men. You either fail or you succeed. That's it. And they don't care about the reasons. None of that. Women, it's a little different. And women are supposed to be led by a man anyway. So to kick your daughter out into a man's world is almost putting her at a disadvantage anyway. Because if you go back in the days, your daughter didn't leave the house until a man took her out of your house. So your daughter's really supposed to go from the father and then hand her over to her husband.
But he's not necessarily saying kick them out. He's saying if they didn't been out in life, already been growing up and adventuring in life and trying it out, figuring it out, then they come back.
I understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
I'm just using that as an example, because let's just say they both went out and they came back. He's looking at his daughter as, well, okay, this is a man's world anyway. So if she can't really go out there and survive on her own, I understand. Stay here until till you get a husband. Because if you look at other cultures like Asians and shit like that, they daughters stay until they get a husband. They don't even let them leave. Work, stack your bread, get your degrees, everything you need to get. But the key aspect that you're missing is a husband. So we know sending you out into a man's world without a husband as a woman is a disadvantage. And we don't want to put you at a disadvantage. As a man, it's different. If you know any grown men that still stay with their parents, 9 times out of 10, they ain't worth the fuck. They lazy, they got no work ethic, and they really ain't got no goals in life. Because even if I have the means to live with my parents, I don't want to live with my parents because I got my own family. But I do like the idea of, if I got as much wealth as Nelly or any of these other celebrities, of having a family compound. Like, we got houses on the compound. So mom stay a couple acres that way, sister acres that, like, we got a compound where we could just probably jump in a golf cart just to go visit. Because like you said, if we all scattered over the city or scattered different states, you're rarely ever going to see your family. Because if you got a family, you got a job, you got things going on, they got the same, vice versa. Y'all going to come together when? Holidays, tragedies, or family reunions. And if you got a family like mine, we don't have family reunions. we don't have none of them family get together. So the only time we really see each other is if we literally just drive over and just go see each other. So I like the idea of the compound, but yeah, I don't think my son would be 26, 27 coming back with unlimited time to stay at the crib. I think you do have to put that fire under their ass, but to let them know, but get your shit together.
I agree with that, but even at the same time, like I said, most of the time it depends on if he was the father in the life, what type of tools and things you equip them to prepare him for that. So he should have already been set up to do that. Even if you had the money still should have had to be earned in certain different ways. And even other cultures, I know, not saying that everything is cool, and I'm not trying to tell nobody how to live. I just don't think it's as bad if the person is still progressing or trying to progress in life and do certain things, because of, you see a lot of other cultures where they mom and dad, the the son might get a girlfriend. The girlfriend might move in. They might have a family. They might be in the back house to sort of what you said, like with the compound. They still eat family dinners together. They still do certain things, and they're all still putting money into this where they all living how they want to live. Versus a lot of people in a normal life, we kick them out as soon as they out, and the parents are still already struggling. Now the kid is struggling, and it's like it's just a recycled effect again when they all could have been pitching in and all had enough money to still live a life how they wanted to, at least in a mix of their means, not below their means. You know what I'm saying? Where you got to worry about another meal every day. So
no facts. I just think if you're well off, it's going to be
reason, right?
It's going to be hard for your kid to have the same hunger and drive as someone who had to get it out the mud. So when rich people say they want their kids to get it out the mud, what they really are saying, they want them to have that hunger and that drive that they had when they had nothing. And then they made it to the millions. Right. If you're born with the millions, it's hard to have a drive to do anything because you know no matter what, if you fail in the back of your mind, Pop's got me, Mom's got me. It's a different type of hunger and drive and determination to succeed when you know if I fail, this shit over with. Nobody got me. Not only does nobody got me, they're depending on me and I already don't have shit. Right. I got to make something out of nothing. So that's the fire that they're trying to light in their kids when they say shit like that. So from a parental aspect, because I got a son, I understand that. His childhood is way, I ain't gonna say better, but he has more opportunities than I ever had. I didn't even get to play Pop Warner. You know what I'm saying? As much as we love football, we watching our friends down the block leaving their pads and shit. We still got to play in the streets. He get to play Pop Warner, speed coaches and tournaments and 7v7s and quick strike, like all this other shit. So you have to instill that same drive and hunger. I think you got to even go harder on your kids if they're well off. So when they do go out in the world, they still have that competitive edge. Like I'm pretty sure, almost positive, that kid who's inheriting that Louis V company, since he was yay high and learned how to talk, his pops was showing him how to run that company.
But that's what
and
I mean.
equipping him with the tools.
What I mean, they was already distilling in him the discipline, the commitment, and teaching them the value of things. That's basically what I'm getting at. Right. Like, you should already be instilling that. Because I like to even use LeVar Ball as an example. You know what I mean? Like he said, he had his kids with lavish things and certain things, but they knew the determination. They knew the work ethic. They knew everything, the real life tools that they needed. So now when they're off by themselves, they still are handling business how they supposed to, regardless that they didn't grow up poverty or they didn't grow up poor. That he worked them niggas, like you said, to the point where it's instilled in them. It's damn near second nature now for them as far as they work ethic and the things they have to do in life.
No, that's facts.
So like you said, it's a two-edged sword to an extent. I just look at it as, like you say, thinking about from our perspective, we don't see family unless, like I said, you pull up or you go do that. You won't do that. Damn near probably won't talk to you. You know what I'm saying? So I just look at it in that aspect, and the only thing that matters is the experiences that you get out of life at the end of the day. A lot of this other stuff that we think matters when it comes to this materials and stuff like that, only thing you're going to have is to remember the memories with your family. That's the only thing that's going to count. So, and me knowing that, like, that's the main thing I used to think about when I used to sit in the cell in prison. That's the only thing, memories I had was the time I spent. Nothing else mattered. Like, nothing. So
that's facts. The only thing you thought about was times with the homies or times with the fam. You didn't think about, man, you did probably think about when I bought these shoes, but it was the things you did to get the money to buy them and who I was with when I was buying them and where we went to wear them at, or I pulled this bitch in this fitted on with this fitted on, or shit like that. The actual material item itself didn't matter. The memory attached to the material item is what mattered. So I'm in agreement with that, man. But it's a double-edged sword. It's trial and error. Every kid is low-key different as well. But we got to be completely 100% honest. The world is different for women than it is for men.
That's
it's
facts.
Unforgiving for a man. It's unforgiving.
Now,
if you're a woman, I don't care if you ugly. I don't care what you look like. There's a man horny enough out here to take care of you. Like, if you're really down bad on your luck, a woman can literally just sell herself. A man can't just sell himself because women ain't buying men like that. Most of the men that's selling themselves is selling themselves to other men. This is why it's an old saying about a pimp. If a pimp get down on his luck bad enough, he'll sell everything, even his own ass. Because that's about all he can do. If he ain't got no more hoes to send, what he gonna do? He gonna send himself.
Yeah, that's crazy work.
Like go look up any type of documentaries or any type of biopics or interviews with male escorts. They're gonna tell you their highest clientele be other men. So it's different for a man, bro. A woman in this day and age can literally, there's no reason a woman should be broke. What Sugar Free say? Long as you got some pussy and some ass and a deep throat.
Nah, that's facts.
That's facts. Suck a nigga dick right, he's moving you in damn near the same day. The way these niggas tricking, you ain't even got to suck a nigga dick. Put your Cash App. Oh, you beautiful. Niggas send $300. These niggas, OnlyFans, these niggas sending thousands, never even met the bitch.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So you do got to instill these tools in your son to get out here and survive, because it's a whole different world, and it's dog eat dog, and it's relentless. Relentless. Like, y'all don't understand how hard the world is for men.
Nah,
nobody
give a fuck.
Nobody give a fuck. Your family don't even give a fuck.
Nigga, nobody.
Bro,
nigga, they gonna tell you to deal with it.
Suck it up. You
Nigga.
don't cry, nothing. Nigga, there was a woman who made a transition to a man, and life was so hard, she offed herself. We did a whole segment on that. Go look that story up. She offed herself. Nobody talked to her. The only time she ever left the house and had a conversation was when she initiated it. Because 9 times out of 10, people don't initiate conversations with men.
Unless you us, but
right.
Yeah, but at the same time, they thought she didn't even exist in her mind no more. She ended her existence. That's how crazy it was for her. She could have just went back to being a female, but she chose to offer herself. It was that bad.
It's brutal. So yeah, man. The only thing I don't agree with the celebrities who have bread and then they say, I'm not giving my kids none. That's crazy. Because now you setting their ass up for failure. What is the point of earning everything, having everything, access to everything, connections, if you don't utilize them?
But their point is to what you just said. Put that fire in them. Come from poverty and come back to this. Like, no.
See, that's not the fire.
Yeah, that's what they putting them right in the fire.
That's
start
that's
like
the
I did. Do what I did.
Right.
Even though you probably was a fucking 1%er. And you was a 1%er. Now you got to expect your son to be that way. That's the whole point of having it, to branch it off so they don't have to go through the same struggles as you.
Like, these niggas mad at LeBron. Imagine LeBron not utilizing his connects to get his son in the NBA. Nah, get it out the mother like I did. And just sending him to fucking Akron and, come up in the projects, come up dirt poor, roaches on your back, and I'm a billionaire. Come on, that's crazy and downright stupid. Don't make sense.
Even with the sacrifice and the stuff he came from, I understand the crying stuff, why they be on this bumper, but to hate that man as a man, like they hate him just his life in general. To know what he came from and went through and growing up with a single parent and all that type of stuff, growing up in the trenches of Ohio and made it out to where he's at now, they couldn't wait to put some scars on his back.
Right, and that ties into our next topic. Anthony Mackie has a viral interview out right now. Yeah, Anthony Mackie, you know the guy who played the worst Tupac ever in the history of ever? Yeah, that Anthony Mackie. I'm Tupac, Yeah, that Anthony Mackie. He says, we've been lying to our kids our entire lives, and we've been lied to our entire lives. He says, success is given, not earned. So all our lives we're taught, work hard, and it'll pay off. Just keep your head down, pull yourself up by the bootstraps, grind, put in the work, and magically everything will pay off. He said, no, that's a lie. Look at everybody who's in the top spot. They were given that spot in a sense because they were given the opportunity. And I had to really sit here and think about it and go, he's right.
It's a mix. It's a little bit of both because you still had to work to meet that opportunity, but at the same time, you was picked. If you came to a audition, you know what I'm saying? You worked to get to that audition, but you was chose based off of what your work was, but at the same time, you was given that position. And no matter what you're doing, and I agree with him too, because like people work for so many years enslaved their whole lives and don't accumulate nothing. Tell you just work and you're gonna better pay all your bills and live life, but then retire when you're 65 or 70 and don't never really live life. People wake up, you old as dirt, ain't did nothing, life was just trash. That's why some people just be in the streets like, I'm just gonna get my freedom and I don't even care, nigga. I'm not doing that. That fate is out. That's out. What they saying is so.
And what's crazy is that probably would have been me still had I not had kids. Because I was looking at that as a youngin' like, what? Slave forever, retire at 65, life expectancy is 70 for a black man, 72 to 75 max. So you telling me I got to work 40 years to enjoy 10 years of life? That's out. I'm finna just get it how I live.
Yeah, and I just think people made different. Before you accepted the consequences of what you was doing. Now they're not accepting it no more, so it's a little different. If you knew you was getting out the mud and you felt like you was living more free that way, it was more understandable. But now it's like, I don't know what they doing it for.
Like, you got to think about this. Hard work and good work ethic mixed with some talent without opportunity available is what? A shoulda, woulda, coulda been. You could be the best basketball player in the world. If the NBA does not see you, if you do not play college ball, if you don't play high school ball where you're on the radar to display your talent and your skills, you're a shoulda, woulda, coulda been.
Because if we think about our own self, what you just said with the Pop Warner stuff, we felt like we was raw in football,
Facts.
but we was never given that opportunity.
Facts.
I felt like even at times, you know what I'm saying? I probably was the fastest person around. If you know me, you know. And I never ran track. I never did none of that until I got to like high school or middle, and even in middle school. But as far as having that focus and those opportunities, I lacked a lot of those. So you think about that for yourself in your life, like, man, I probably could have really did this or did that if I had the opportunity or the focus or the money, the financial situation to do it. And it goes back to that saying too. It's not what you know, it's who you know. Yeah, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Facts. And what you know will keep you there. Exactly. In my opinion.
Who you know will get you there, what you know will keep you there. Look at your own company. How many times somebody got that promotion that such and such deserve or such and such work for, but such and such don't really know nobody here, and the boss is in love with such and such so much that they'll have the person who really deserves it train the person who don't deserve it, strictly because, oh, this such and such nephew, or that's his uncle is in HR, or the boss is married to his sister and they brother, cousin-in-law. Like, we know is what you know. I mean, it's who you know.
Even to the point if they like you more as a person, you could be a better hard worker.
Facts. But
I like you more, so I'm going to help you get up this ladder.
That's a fact. So, low-key, everybody's a plant in a sense because you were planted in your spot. So when people get mad with the phrase industry plant, you got to think about it. Everybody's low-key a plant. Like you said, if you go to a Hollywood audition, it's a line of 100 people outside, all talented, all probably great actors, all reading from the same script. But until you are chosen to display your talents, that shit is irrelevant. You can work hard as you want. Matter of fact, some of the hardest working people see the least amount of success. You got people who got 3-4 jobs, go to school online, part-time, and got kids, and spend their whole life broke. They working way harder than the CEO up here who, oh yeah, is racking my brain, but really he got a bunch of little peons working for him, keeping his empire afloat. They got little kids in Congo pulling lithium out the ground to make these damn batteries for these Teslas and these iPhones. You think they working as hard as them people over there in them fucking lithium deposit mines and shit? No, they risking their life over there, and they getting the least. So you got to work smarter, and you got to make the connections. You got to make the connections.
But what's crazy is I was saying this on that episode. I was arguing with y'all about the work and how much mental power and things it take. Like, people don't believe it, but you damn near have to have the expectancy in your mental first of, like you said, if it's 10 people out here, I'm going to get the part. If it's I get an opportunity to get the interview, I'm expecting to get the interview. So I think part of that, because when it boils down to it, if you have people that's built up with the same genetics, the same everything else, the only thing that's going to separate that person is the mindset, the belief in themselves, and the things that they believe in to will their self-way in that spot, because that confidence is going to show. And I think that's going to separate a lot of people when it comes to getting in spots or getting in opportunities. Like the person in class who raises his hand. He deserves to get further than you because he was willing to be picked to answer the question.
Like, think about luck. Luck plays a huge part in success, believe it or not. Just plain luck. This is why they say avoid the unlucky. You know that guy or that woman, I can't never catch a break. Damn, everything always going wrong. Stay away from them. They got a black cloud over their head, and their thoughts are creating that black cloud to be even bigger, and eventually it's going to rub off on you. It's contagious. You want to be around the person that's always catching a break, who like, damn, bro, you lucky as hell. Every time you get to the slot machine, you hit. Every time you at the crap table, you hit. Every time you enter a raffle, you hit. Every time you pull a scratcher off, you hit. Every time you need some money, it fall out the sky. Them the people you need to be next to, because when you really think about it, luck is only the opportunity given to display your talent and your hard work. That's the luck. It's like, okay, the door just opened for me. Now I got to seize the opportunity. Because I seen you put that on the topic list too. Like, don't miss the moment to seize your opportunity. Because a lot of y'all will pray for the moment, work hard for the moment, and then when the moment presents itself, y'all will avoid it for whatever reason. And then say, well, I'm unlucky. No, the door opened for you. You just didn't burst through that motherfucker when it was time.
And that's basically what I mean when that other person, even though you was more talented, deserved it more than you because they was willing to seize the opportunity. They felt like they was supposed to be in that position, and it comes back to their mindset. They, like you said, you didn't miss the opportunity. So in being able to be aware enough to recognize opportunities, you have to look for the opportunities at the same time also, because I think we could pass up a lot of opportunities. That's like, but what was that story of the boy talking to, like, Axon was drowning or something, and God sent the boat and ship and everything else. And he was like, God, why you didn't come save me?
I sent the ship, I sent the yacht, I sent the helicopter, I sent the plane. You ignored all that shit waiting for God. That was me, stupid.
Facts. So.
It's like the red card theory, bro. These are all topics we have covered in our over 100 episodes, so y'all could go back if y'all not up on that. But it's like the red card theory, right? You have to be very specific with your goals and what you want. So if somebody comes in, let's say with unlimited money, they come in with a black card, they ain't got no limit. And they say, well, what do you want? And you say a car. There's how many cars in the world? How many models? How many years? How many makes? You have to be specific. Okay, I want a 2025, whatever. Okay, what color do you want? What size engine do you want it? What type of rims do you want? And now the range goes from this, like, I really don't know what you're looking for, to down to the stitching in the seat. I know exactly what you're looking for, and I know exactly where to go find that.
Yeah.
So your goals, you got to take them from this and narrow in. So, okay, now I can stay on that laser beam path. Because a lot of us just say, I want to be rich. I want financial freedom. Okay, how you going to get it?
But even that, how much money you want?
How much money do you want? Like, do you ever think about that?
I think a lot of us don't. We don't set no number. It's like when you out here doing something, even if you're out here, say I can use the podcast, for example. If I don't have a number, if we don't have a number in our mind at the same time, the opportunity could be presented. And now, by you not having a number, you might not get the number that you actually deserved in a sense. Because now you're willing to almost accept anything because you don't even know how much to expect, or you feel like you don't even know your own worth of what you should accept from somebody. So they can come with a deal like, well, you said, give me a number. And I think that's a lot of what happens in these record deals, a lot of these things. Even when you notice when you're doing now, to me, this should be a trick question. If you ever doing job applications and they ask you what salary you desire, how much you want to make an hour? Like,
how much you want to pay me, nigga?
Yeah, exactly.
What's the max I can get paid, motherfucker?
Exactly. What type of dumbass shit is that? So you can say $19.
Yeah, I've been to lowball myself.
Yeah, exactly. This is a $35 hour job. Yeah, 19 got you. Lock that in.
Lock it in.
Yeah, fast. So
shout out to Sue Surf. He got one of my favorite lines. He said, know your worth, or you only worth what they pay you. I'm going to say that again. Know your worth, or you only worth what they pay you. So like bro just said, if you don't have a number that you believe you're worth, and you believe I'm not going lower than this, whatever number they throw at you, that's what you're worth. Because you don't even know what you're worth. So how can you negotiate when you don't know what you're worth? You don't even have a number to negotiate from. So whatever number they throw out, you don't know if they lowballing you or they going higher, because you don't even have an idea of what number to put on the table. So put a worth on yourself. Put a number on yourself.
If you know you out here putting in the work and the things that you trying to achieve, and you feel like you're worth that, it has to be a strong self-belief, damn near to where you lying to yourself to form it, to because your subconscious mind will believe it as reality and eventually present itself. It's like having say if I had an old Mustang or something, a 67 Mustang, and I might take it to a person that like Benzes or they like Ferraris, and they might lowball me, but then I go meet somebody that like old schools, and they're willing to pay what they feel that car is worth. So just because one person might not think you worth that, another person might not think you worth that, but at some point you keep looking for them opportunities, and you will get what you worth.
No, that's bars. That's super bars.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The viral way, man.
yeah,
We gonna get y'all
yeah.
the game. Trust me.
Yeah, get back to y'all dropping these gems on y'all.
Yeah,
you
get
feel
back to
me?
yeah. It's been a little drama going on, but you know that was
man.
to reel you in, and we got them. Now drop this medicine on them. Drop these gems on them. Drop these diamonds on them. Drop these bars on them. Talk to us.
Let's get back to the stuff that's going on with the school real quick.
Okay. Which one? The track star or
I want to talk about the girl first. The not the track star, the other one.
you got the article? I gotta pull that article up.
Damn, I had it. Cause that was wild to me.
That happened out here too. Where was that? In Rialto?
Riverside.
Was it Riverside or Rialto?
It was Riverside.
It was Riverside?
Cause I was finna sit into my homie in Riverside.
No, it was Rialto.
You sure?
Yeah, right here. Okay, so I don't know if y'all seen this video that's been going around about this black girl who was attacked by a male student in Riverside. I can't tell the guy's ethnicity. Was he white
Man,
or was he Hispanic?
All them dudes look Hispanic in there.
Okay, so I believe he was Hispanic. He got the girl by her hair. He's steadily like smushing her on the table. She's trying to fight him off. And at one point in the video, he grabs her, slams her on the table. She knocks out unconscious. Mind you, classroom full of kids, other males in there. I have no idea where the teacher's at.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Somebody's recording it. She seems to be the only black person in the class, and everybody's low-key laughing, cheering it on until she knocks out. And then they go, oh my God, you knocked her out. You knocked her out. So now there has been a lot of activists who have called for the arrest of the student observed on a video slamming her head into the desk, knocking her unconscious. One of those civil rights activists being Najee Ali, senior organizer for Los Angeles Metropolitan Churches, and a coalition of parents and civil rights leaders are demanding the immediate suspension and arrest of, I don't know why they called him white. He looked Hispanic, but you know they be saying Hispanics is white low-key to up the white numbers. But she was called the N-word, the racial slur with the hard ER.
The whole class was dropping N-bombs.
Yeah, the whole class dropping N-bombs, and it was disgusting. And we got to talk about this. What did you think about that when you seen it?
For one, I seen a lot of comments where people was like, well, what did she do? You know this and that. I don't care what she did, for one, at the end of the day, because 9 times out of 10, and people got to be careful of sending y'all kids to these schools where there are no black people, because that shit can backfire, as we see like this. Not one person stood up for her in that class. Even regardless, this don't even have to be about a race thing. Not one male, everybody laughing. Like, the dude looked like he was 6 foot something.
Jahu? Go ahead.
Huh? Oh, you talking about his name?
I was going to name the school. Jahu Middle School in Rialto. Go ahead.
The dude looked like he was 6 foot. The girl don't look nothing but 5'2", 5'3", and you manhandling her. Regardless if she did do something and you did what you had to do to get her up off of you, y'all making a spectacle, making her look crazy in class. You already manhandled her. Of course she supposed to pick something up and hit you with it. She should have went crazy at that point, but it's like, it's wild to me, like you just said, that everybody in the class watched, and then everybody always talking about ain't nobody do nothing. Like you said, she probably was the only black person in that class. So for that to happen is crazy work. That type of stuff never went on when we was kids. Cuz would have got maxed out.
Whole school up.
He would have got maxed out in that whole class.
We coming from other schools tripping.
Yeah.
What? You better look up the race riots in Long Beach, nigga. This is why we take the stances we take. And when I'm reading this article, it says, concerned parents say they were not notified of the incident, and one parent claims there are multiple attempts to reach Principal Carolyn Idy have gone unanswered. So the school didn't tell the parents what happened. They only found out because of the video. And when they reached out to the principal to try to see what type of action they're going to take, no call back, no answer, no nothing. And I mean, this just happened time and time again. Like I said, I'm looking at dude. He look Hispanic to me. I don't know why they keep saying he white. Everybody else in the class looked Hispanic. So I'm just going to go on the record and say
he look way older than like he in middle school. That was crazy.
Right, he looked like he was in high school. Like you said, he looked like a whole back. He tall as hell. He had the Edgar haircut. Everybody in the class, I ain't going to say everybody, but you can hear the M-bomb being dropped. And this just goes to show where the fuck is this black and brown coalition that y'all keep coming online saying exists. And I keep telling y'all it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist until they're benefiting off the culture. When they want to wear the fades, use the slang, wear the Jordans, listen to the music, be a part of the music, be a part of the podcast culture and everything that we got going, is black and brown.
He might be a white boy.
When shit like this, is he?
I don't know. But now I'm looking at it right now. But regardless, it don't matter. We the most hated regardless. This how you see time and time again how everybody feels about us at the end of the day. And we keep inviting everybody to the barbecue. And this ain't to the ones that fuck with us. This is just in general of what we deal with and what we see. Because it's like...
Nah, see, this one says Hispanic. Yeah,
see, exactly. I knew I wasn't tripping.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That black and brown shit don't exist. Read the comments.
Bro.
They defending this, making excuses, laughing about it.
He knocked her unconscious. Knocked her out. Ain't no telling what he could have knocked her to have brain damage, do anything. Then it's like, what's really gonna happen? Because now it's like, at this point, somebody would have been up there running his fade or doing something.
All the black high schooler, middle schoolers in Rialto. This your time. All the YNs. This your time. Y'all running around on social media. Y'all got y'all. Yeah, this the time. I'm sorry. This the time. It is what it is. I'm not going to say what to do. I'm just going to tell you when we was in high school, what we did. This wasn't happening. Jesus Christ. It was going up. He was no longer allowed on campus. Green light on site. Wherever you see him at, whoop him at. Period. Point blank. Because we sit around, gangbang on each other all day, turn up on each other all day. Then when these other races do some foul shit to us, everybody want to hold signs and picket, call principals and all that. Nigga, on Jesus Christ, if that was my daughter, I'm whooping kids, nigga. You saw that uncle that went up to the school with the and pulled the blick out? That's me. I'm tripping. I don't give a fuck. Go to jail, catch a case, whatever. He need a mud hole stomped in his ass, period. I don't give a fuck if he a kid or not. He built like a grown man, so he gonna get the treatment like one. We gotta protect our women at all costs. It's
especially little girls.
Policy.
Come on, bro. Like that.
Hands off policy.
He was big enough to even if she... I doubt any black girl in the classroom that's full of another race, 9 times out of 10, she probably gonna be the most quiet one in that class. She ain't finna be trying to entice nothing. If anything, they're gonna be picking on her for being black. So for people to say, well, what did she do? This is only a piece of a video. That piece of a video was enough for me because he's big and strong enough to where he could have just stiff-armed her away.
I don't even care what the cause was.
I know, that's what I'm saying. But I'm just saying for people that's acting like they defended him about it, it's showing us where you stand and what you are because y'all agree with it. Y'all happy to see that type of shit.
I'm glad y'all drew y'all line in the sand. Yeah. This is why I be like, fuck y'all niggas. Straight up. And that's go for everybody. This is why we put the line in the sand that we put when dude was out there in Santa Ana letting his homie say fuck N-words with the hard ER and y'all soft-ass niggas talking about, he young, we need to let him learn. Nah, ain't no learning, nigga. You out the culture, fuck you, period. It need to be no passes with this shit. Niggas talking all this fade talk. You seeing all these YNs crashing out. This is some shit to crash out about.
I'm seeing YNs crash out on old niggas and all different type of people that ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
Y'all y'all from Long Beach. That's why y'all hate. No, nigga, we hate what hate us. Period, point blank. And I'm sorry, a large portion of this demographic hates us. They love our culture, but they hate us. So fuck them niggas, straight up. If you fuck with us, this ain't directed towards y'all. But to the part of that demographic that is cheering this on, fuck you. I hope they crash the fuck out y'all. I'm talking to every YN in Rialto. Turn up. Shut the school down. Period. Parents, y'all need to be up there with them, shutting the school down.
That's crazy work. And then they have the nerve to record it, laughing.
I got a daughter.
Dropping an N-bomb.
Jesus Christ. This my daughter is going up.
They would have hit the fence already.
It's going up. I'm telling you, it's going up. No passes, hands off policy. I keep telling y'all, this is why they think they could play with us because there don't be no consequences. So I'm going to sit back and I'm going to see what type of consequences the school system come up with, City of Rialto come up with. Like the homie said earlier, if it ain't good enough, niggas need to go press their line and create their own consequences. Period, point blank.
Because even then, what is a suspension? We would
Yeah,
have been
fuck a suspension.
We would have been kicked out of school district for
Jesus
that.
Christ, fuck a suspension. Nigga, we all finna get suspended. We finna stomp a mud hole in his ass. Y'all niggas, man, y'all see this? And this is why I got so mad about the Doechii thing. When she put that agenda on our people. Because everybody think they could play with us because we be playing with us. We think everything a joke. So they like, y'all don't even respect yourselves. Fuck y'all. Why we gotta respect y'all? So when y'all be like, y'all too serious, and then shit like this happen, and then everybody like, oh my God, y'all not serious enough. Y'all playing too much. They think like, it was a time they would never play with us like this. Never. I don't know what the fuck going on. Y'all crashing out on the wrong shit. I'm sorry. I don't got beef with nobody that's black. I don't give a fuck what hood you from. If you got problems with me, I got an individual problem with you. But to be black right now and to see what's going on in the world and to walk down the block saying you got a problem with a nigga you don't know because he lived here and lived there, you a fucking idiot. You're an idiot. Because when this happened to your daughter, guess who you gonna be looking to ride with you? Them niggas down the block that you just said fuck them niggas when all 8 people was lined up. All 8 people lined up when it's time to say fuck us. They like this.
No, that's facts. That's facts.
Like, and this is a call out to the brown community. Y'all did all this crying about, oh, ICE is on us. Y'all need to defend us. Let me see. I'm
y'all
already
gonna
seeing
handle
the
y'all
comments.
backyard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Are y'all gonna handle y'all backyard? Are y'all gonna clean up y'all backyard? I ain't seen none of y'all say nothing. All these Hispanic podcasts who be doing shit with niggas, coming on niggas shit, I ain't seen y'all say nothing yet. Y'all mighty fucking quiet. Black and brown, where? When y'all go to the prison, y'all line with the Woods, nigga. Y'all line up with the white boys. Y'all don't line up with niggas. It ain't no black and brown behind the wall. Black and brown, where? How the fuck are we teamed up? And when we go to jail, we over here, the others is over here, y'all go over there. But the same ones that's saying fuck y'all.
Don't even want y'all in the country.
Don't even want y'all. Only reason they want y'all is because they need their numbers up. And y'all got the numbers.
To go against who?
The same ones that culture y'all love. I'm not giving no passes. Like I said, all the YNs in Rialto, turn up, cuh. Period.
Yeah, because that's crazy work. That's crazy work.
And if y'all go down, we gonna all team up and bail your ass out.
Nigga, them niggas is in middle school. They ain't even gonna.
No, it's gonna be in and out. But I'm just saying, like, don't be telling them to crash out if you. Nah, nigga, we gonna personally, you feel me? Throw some shit in there in the pot and let's get our people out. That's how we gotta start moving, cause crash outs need to happen. Demonstrations need to happen. You could be smart, you can be intelligent, you could be peaceful, you could be all that. But guess what? It's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. When it's wartime, it's time to put the garden tools down and pick the weapons up, and it's time to get cracking, whatever that weapon may be.
And it's sad to say, because even in this day and age, y'all got to start lacing y'all daughters with pepper spray, with something. They got to, it's ugly. They got to go to school like that at this point. Because anything didn't happen at this point. You see kids in high school or certain things, they shooting up the schools and all type of shit, even though that's more extreme, but just for them to be able to defend themselves. And like I said, y'all sending these kids to these environments thinking y'all doing better because y'all not putting them around none of their people. She probably miserable at school every day in them classrooms like that, getting picked on. And then you got the nerve, she got to fight a 6-foot boy when she probably 5'3" and not even 100 pounds.
And it's 3 boys directly around him all laughing and recording.
And I'm pretty sure them only 2 females that walked up was saying something that wanted to stop it, but they probably knew they couldn't really do nothing.
Like, he knocked her unconscious. Boy, if you don't go break his jaw, kid or not, I don't give no fucks. It ain't no, man, there's no passes.
Even past that, yeah, it's on us, but for niggas that's in that class, even watching y'all laughing, that's not even savvy. Even if I was a man watching another race go through that, it wouldn't have been happening.
Facts. And that just lets y'all know.
You better chill out, nigga.
That lets y'all know what they feel about us, period. That's how they feel about us for real. Don't be fooled by they listen to the music and y'all inviting everybody to the barbecue. It ain't no invites, cuz. Ain't no invites till y'all clean y'all shit up. This type of shit, his own people supposed to demo him. His people supposed to demo him. to show that they don't align with this. But the fact that they in the comments, and I'm not gonna take all the comments for real, because a lot of them be bots, a lot of them be trolling, a lot of them be agents trying to keep the race shit going. So I take that with a grain of salt. But I grew up in Long Beach, and this type of shit happening every day I went to school.
More than often. And like bro said already, this ain't to everybody. This ain't just because we don't say everybody from that race hates us, but a lot of them do. And we know this already. This ain't no secret to the world. That's the whole thing. And the ones that say they fuck with us should really be jumping out the window to defend it.
Facts, because y'all want us to defend y'all.
Or they worrying about their own people. So at the same time, you still on that side of the fence anyway. So
silence is agreement, period. We had this debate on here before when I said when you silent about something, you low-key agree with it because lines get drawn. You got to be on one side of the fence. It ain't I'm in the middle. No, which side are you on? Pick a side or we picking one for you. Oh, you silent? Take your ass over there. Dead homies.
At the end of the day, we all see what's going on. What's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. And we know that nigga was all the way out of pocket.
So she better get some justice, cuz. No justice, no peace, period. Y'all need to be shutting that school down. Ain't no class in session. Talking about the principal ain't answering. A phone call, y'all need to be up at the school. Tripping. Trust me, I done personally did it. Just over racial slurs. I'm at the school tripping. Where the principal? Oh, they busy now in the meet. Okay, where the meeting at? We shutting the meeting down. Ain't no meeting right now. While my kid just went through this, meeting over with. Jesus Christ.
Where they parents at? That's crazy.
Hey, y'all, whoever they parent, y'all can tap in with the Viral Way. We'll come up to Rialto. Jesus Christ, I will personally come. Mr. Viral, I'm saying it. And we can figure it out. So, yeah, like I said, no justice, no peace, nigga. But shout out to any Hispanics that are speaking out against this, because like we said, we don't think everybody is agreeing with it. So it may be some speaking out against it that I haven't seen. If you were one of them, shout out to y'all. If you one of the ones that's agreeing with it, fuck you. Period, point blank.
Straight
I ain't sugarcoating nothing. But anyways, what else we got going on, man?
We got the other crazy one. We got the pull her name up.
Oh my God. This is diabolical. And this is why I say we got to keep our own backyard clean. And when we see bullshit coming from our community, we got to shut it down. So go ahead and run down the story. This track star, this female, is running a relay. She has the baton. She's losing.
She getting cooked.
Cocks the baton back, whacks the girl in front of her in the back of the head to the point where I believe her head got fractured. She fell off to the side of the track. She jumps on with her parents crying. Oh, it was an accident. I didn't do it on purpose. It was the mechanics of me running, and tries to victimize herself. These crocodile tears. Lady, little girl, we caught you in 4K. We see the video. Anybody who ever ran track or just run down the block.
It
doesn't take this motion. This don't happen. This was that whoop that trick.
Yeah.
Whoop that trick. That's what she did, bro.
She knew she was cooked. So while she was right there up on her, she had to do that. She got in her emotions about getting cooked on that track. Ain't no telling. She probably told her she was gonna cook her before the race. Anything could have went on, but that girl is wild for that.
Aaliyah Everett, a senior at IC Norman High School, was the one who hit the girl. She jumped on the news crying these crocodile tears. And voila, one of my tweets just hit again. One of my tweets literally just hit again. I said, let me pull it up so I can read it word for word.
There ain't no excuse. Stop crying. You did what you did because you was losing the race. All that running and everything else happened, you're lying. We know you lying. There's no point of crying. There's no point of sympathizing with you or empathizing, whatever you want to call it, because you was wrong at the end of the day. I don't even know. You damn near, you ruined that girl whole track career. Ain't no telling if she could have won the race or not. She talking about she was running because the distance, you ain't never did that in track in your life.
Yeah, you could literally see her cock back and whack her in the head. It's no way that was an accident. That type of movement doesn't even take place when you're running with a baton in your hand.
Because that ain't gonna do nothing but slow you down.
Yeah, so I can't find the tweet right now, but basically what I said was, I don't never believe a woman when she crying. Women use tears as a weapon.
Form of manipulation.
It's a manipulation tactic to get their way. When women cry in front of me, I laugh. They be sitting there, boo, crying. I'm laughing. Sorry, love. That shit don't work here. I know you're trying to pull on my emotional heartstrings to get your way. Same way she did. How you fracture her skull with the baton and you on TV crying?
Did she even apologize? She didn't say nothing. You said it was an accident. She didn't get on there and apologize. She didn't do nothing. You crying and playing victim, which is crazy work.
Yeah, this is disgusting. And like I said, we don't pick and choose. We side with the truth. We watched the video, and the conclusion is, little girl, you full of shit. You whacked her with that baton out of anger because you was losing and fucked her head up. Period, point blank. All this on news crying because you in trouble now, or you might have got kicked off the team, or, I mean, your ass should be kicked off the team for that if you didn't, because that's fucked up. That's poor sportsmanship. Like, that shit is terrible. And I don't know who that was sitting next to you. If that was your father or your parents or your uncle, whoever, they dead ass wrong for sitting there letting you tell that fucking lie.
Because they should have been on your ass.
They should have been on your bumper. Like, you got like fucked up. Your ass finna go down here, you finna apologize, you finna do whatever the fuck you gotta do to rectify the situation. That's out.
Nah, that's facts. That was crazy work.
That was crazy. She said that shit was an accident. Like, just run. Just go outside, pause this video.
You in a
and just
whole
go run.
nother lane.
And they was coming around the curve.
Yeah, you had to get in my lane to even whack me.
In the head. It's not like you was running and it hit her shoulder.
You bumped her.
Bumped,
Yeah.
like you, bam, in the back of the head. That shit gotta come high. Like, what the, man, knock it off. Knock it the fuck off, ASAP. But yeah, man, that's crazy.
Yeah, that was wild.
Watch them women tears, bro. That's crazy manipulation. They can cry on cue. I've seen it. You ever caught a girl doing some foul shit and she start crying? Like, what the fuck? This is shit you did. That's exactly what she just did. I don't believe it. Man, listen. It's a reason why the snake was talking to them. Because the nigga would have just chopped the snake head off. Damn, this stand is cooked. What else you got, man? What else going on in the music? And nobody else drop?
I ain't really see no drop. It was somebody that.
Nah,
dropped.
see, you had said something earlier. Somebody had just dropped some shit.
Nah, I didn't. I was just going through the old LA leakers and stuff like that. Like, who you thought had the hardest LA leaker freestyle? And shout out to LA leakers, because I was just watching some classic stuff on there. Like,
I gotta go really look at LA
Yeah,
leakers
you have
because
to
they had
come
a
back
lot.
to that.
I think Daylight is up there. Daylight for sure.
Daylight was on there.
Got one of them.
Cole had a hot one. Fab went up there and dropped some bars around that summertime shootout. I'm gonna say his. I don't think his was the hardest.
I don't know. Daylight might. Man, I gotta really look at they Hall of Fame freestyle list, because the one I seen with Daylight.
He destroyed the whole thing. It's crazy.
Hey, bloopered out. Hey, and this the expensive stand too. That's the cold part. The little less expensive ones, them ones holding together.
You have to clarify that. You know they finna start bleeding.
I know they gonna start bleeding that cheap ass shit. No, I went to the Guitar Center and bought this one.
That's supposed to be the best one. That's why that's how they be getting niggas too, making you think you buying the best shit.
Man, I'm telling you, all that name brand shit ain't always what it is.
Cracked up what it's supposed to be.
Oh God, because the cheaper mics low key sound better than this mic to me, and this the most expensive mic. Damn. See, I hope they just got that piece, because what it looked like is just stripped. Looked like the threads on that is just stripped out, so now it's not gripping no more. But yeah, LA Leakers, I don't know. I gotta look at that list, because I know bars on I-95 too. I was gonna ask who you think had the best freestyle over there. You know, Mozzie had a crazy freestyle over there. I'm gonna get a crown to Sue Surf. I think Sue Surf has the best bars on I-95 freestyle for sure.
Yeah,
I listen to that in the gym like music.
I'm gonna have to go back to that one.
He spit like 15 minutes. I think he was fresh out of jail on the way to a battle. I think he had a battle the next day.
Man, I was gonna ask you too. You think at a point in this day and age we too obsessed with like celebrity drama and stuff like that?
Absolutely. 100%. 100%. They actually say if you are obsessed with a celebrity, you have a lower IQ. Because let's really break that down.
Because that keeps us separated from real issues, I believe, in real life.
Facts, because real issues not entertaining. Celebrity drama is entertaining, and a lot of people vicariously live through celebrities. So keeping up with a celebrity is the closest they're ever going to get to being able to be a celebrity and live a celebrity lifestyle. This is why they follow them on IG and keep tracks of who they dating and, oh man, they went,
Bro,
like, you know what I'm saying?
You ever been talking to somebody and they had a conversation like they actually knew this motherfucker? Talking about their life. Like, you see what happened to Whoopty Whoop Whoop, they doing this and doing that to the point where they feel like this is their friend. Like, that's what I mean by obsessed. Like, to the point where you're keeping up track about their relationship, they life, they dinner where they ate today. Like, that shit is crazy to me. And I think so too, to an extent. The culture is based on, stuck on that. We're only caring about celebrities. We don't care about, I think it's a distraction to get us away from our real life miserable lives. If that's the case, you like to see people go through shit.
And this crazy part to me, if you following a celeb that teaches, meaning you're learning things from them, then I don't see that as obsessive. I see that as smart. But you're talking like following a bitch from Baddies or some shit, some goofy shit like that.
Exactly. Even to the extent where you just obsess over everything that's going on to where you're disconnected from real life issues. This is why people be honest about politics, or if we talking about building yourself or being into more things that can help you in your real life. So
no, facts. Like, people will get offended when you criticize a celebrity as if they know him.
Nah, facts.
And like I always say, people will wish a celebrity happy birthday more than they would, faster than they would their own friends they grew up with or their family. Oh, my bad, I forgot your birthday. Yeah, you didn't forget Beyonce's, though. You didn't forget Nicki Minaj's. You was the first one under that post. And really think about celebrity and fame. What is fame? Like, let's really break that down. We had these talks off camera. At what point are you famous? Because when you think about fame, it's just the amount of people that know you.
Facts.
So it's like, oh, you become a household name. So how many people in the world have to know you for you to be considered famous? Because at one point, nobody knows you. All of a sudden, they see you enough on TV, on the internet, and you're famous now. So, what is the number mark where you're famous?
Right. I think the trajectory of what fame was and what fame is has transcended and changed at this point. Because, like you said, you can start going viral on TikTok, and then now they'll say you're TikTok famous, and now they're giving you categories to being famous. Versus before, you put in a lot of hard work. You became good, a master at your craft or something. You started accumulating wealth, or you started giving game, or whatever you chose to do to influence people in a way and build your life better. And then now you became famous based off of the grit that you had of yourself, the things, the person you became. Now it's just, you see yourself, your face everywhere. You don't even have to go through nothing. You get a viral moment, you're famous now.
Like, really think about that. Aaron the Plumber would be low-key famous now. But just think about it, in the 90s, he probably would have been like a spoof or something, or somebody on the real world that's not, we don't look at him as famous. We just kind of, okay, that's part of the circus or something. Or one of these baddies, or like, think about real fame. Michael Jackson had real fame. They went to an indigenous tribe that had no electronics, no technology, and asked them if they knew Michael Jackson. Nigga, they knew Michael Jackson. How the fuck do y'all know Michael Jackson? Y'all live in the jungle. Right. That's fame. You could just get on the computer and just become famous out of nowhere. So I think fame is fake fame now. It's not real fame. It's fake fame these days.
Nah, that's facts. Because it's just like, now it doesn't take as much, I just believe, to become famous. So I think the holding weight of being famous doesn't matter. Right. And even at a point, people rather be famous than get money. People rather get clout and be famous than anything else. They don't care. And then this is why you see sometimes we see these rappers, you be like, how was this nigga that famous? And then now he in jail for 10, 15 years, 20 years, because their life didn't match up to the fame.
The TLC effect. When famous and broke.
They could have just kept it real. Because even back then, when you think about rappers, we respected rappers for their art, or what the pain and stuff that they was going through. Even trying to overcome the struggle, you saluted them. Now, if you don't look like you rich to be a rapper, niggas is down talking you. They hate you. You damn near almost can't even blow without having some chains on and shit like that. That's why you see a lot of these rappers coming back now after they get their money. All my chains was fake. Everything I had was fake. Nigga, I had prop money. I was doing this. I was doing that. I had to fake it till I make it. Because now, if you get a local rapper that's actually hot, but if he don't look like he got money, people won't push him. So it's a terrible thing these days.
Instagram created that 100%. Instagram created that. You got people working regular 9-to-5s at UPS, the post office, Ubering, and they feel like they have to look like a celebrity. They got to put these fake images up and man, it's all created to keep up with the Joneses, to look as if you're doing better than you truly are. Where back then, once you became famous, it was more earned in a sense. Technically, there was less outlets. I'll put it that way. You couldn't just go straight to the people from the internet back then. Like before YouTube, before TikTok, before IG, you had to get on a network. You had to get a contract and be pushed to the forefront of the people to be famous. So if you was on MTV, BET, lower scale VH1, or something like that, HBO, you had to go through steps to get there. You didn't just turn on a camera and you to the people. So once we seen you, we like, damn, this motherfucker really famous. They really had to go through Hollywood and all that shit. Now you can make yourself famous, and it's almost where you have to make yourself famous first. Because to even get the deal or the contract, first thing they do,
have to be known. Yeah.
Look at your social media presence. Are you cracking? Do you got followers? Do you get engagement? So they want you to become famous first to give you the bread. So this is why everybody faking every fucking thing. Prop money and fake chains, and they take one vacation a year but make it look extra lavish, like they do this shit often. And you have to put up that image in a sense if you want to make it. It's like fake it till you make it type shit. Because without it, they like, all right, next.
Bro, they made a nigga who farting on bitches' faces on streams. This ain't no hate or nothing.
You talking about Speed?
That's her name.
Yeah, we barking and shit.
I'm like, damn, that's crazy. But I'm not mad at him. He getting his chili. I always respect anybody grinding, but it's just like, that's what's going on now. You don't have to have a certain, well, maybe they might call out a skill to certain people, but to me, you don't have to really grind or do as much. I should say he did grind. I would say that. I'm not gonna take that from him. Yeah, but you on stream farting in front of bitches' faces. I guess that's entertainment. Another form, I guess. And niggas is loving that in the chat. It's crazy.
They be fucking dying laughing at that shit. Like, this is wild.
Then she just sat there and ate that motherfucker up. Everybody else got up. She just sat there smelling it.
Yeah, because they gonna do anything for the fame. They'll let you shit on them. They get flown to Dubai and get shitted on, turned into human urinals for a couple thousands.
Nah, facts.
That's crazy. Yeah, this fame is crazy, man. This is wild. If you're not fake famous, people are not gonna respect you. They don't look. Think about the podcast. You could get the best advice in the world. If you don't look the part, no one cares about what you're saying. This is why Andrew Tate hit so hard. He got the supercars. He was the fighter, got the belts, got the supermodels. So no matter what he says, I want that life, I'm going to listen to him. Somebody that's regular, I don't want his life, I'm not listening to him. That's just how it is. I got to be able to either want to live vicariously through you or be able to relate to you like, oh, you live like me, to listen to you. And part of that is looking the part.
Nah, that's facts.
But yeah, you got anything else, man? I got to go bust down. My alarm went off this morning. I snoozed it, woke up hella late. So now I got to get a late night workout in. I missed yesterday. I was in here editing videos, overtime, overgrind for y'all. We staying consistent. We just dropping. We not even keeping a schedule at this point. We just locking in and we just dropping. So whenever you see the drop, y'all rush to it and turn us up.
Yeah, I was going to get on this, what I was telling you earlier about the USDA thing. Then we can end it here. They said the USDA cancels $1 billion in funding for schools and food banks to buy food from local suppliers. The U.S. Department of Agriculture is cutting 2 federal programs that provided about $1 billion in funding to schools and food banks to buy directly from local farms, ranchers, and producers. Part of what the agency said was a decision to return to long-term, fiscally responsible initiatives. The move cancels about $660 million in funding this year for the local food for school programs, which is active in 40 U.S. states, as well as about $420 million for a second program called the Local Food Purchase Assistance Cooperative Agreement, which helps food banks and other local groups provide food for their communities. I think do you think this is part of cleaning up or where they say some of the money go? Because a lot of these places, a lot of these businesses, they get this funding, they get this money, they get people in positions where these people keep a lot of that money. A lot of the money don't necessarily be going to what they're supposed to be giving it to. So they might give it a little bit, but they're getting rich on the back end and might be helping other people with funding in different ways. So I think they're trying to necessarily maybe clean some of that up in a sense to know where the money is actually going. So the less programs, the less they have to deal with people and they can be hands-on and get all the money themselves in a sense.
That's facts. Because USAID has been exposing a lot of these programs that's getting all this funding, and the funding is not being used for what the program was created for. So you hit the nail on the head with that. And reading this article, it also says that they want the schools to buy directly from local farms, ranchers, producers, as part of what the agency said was a decision to return to long-term, fiscally responsible initiatives. So if you know anything about food that's served at school, is garbage. It's trash. In the U.S., it's garbage. Like, there's literally been posts and studies done of U.S. school food that they serve at school, and they compare it to other countries. And other kids in other countries are eating gourmet meals. They're covering every checkbox on the food pyramid, and we got these little bullshit frozen pizzas with,
believe it or not, some of that's equivalent to prison food.
Yeah, some damn rubber that's supposed to be pepperonis, and just all out disgusting. Like, nobody even eats the school lunches unless you like dead broke.
Well, your mama ain't giving you no lunch money. Yeah,
like, we was fasting at school.
Nah, facts. A bag of hot chips and a Tropicana fruit punch.
Hey, oh God, they got hot chips and Gatorade spilling on the white tea every day. Like, for real, nigga was doing anything other than that school lunch. Maybe you get a $1 pizza, Papa John's, or whatever it was at your school.
But it depends on what school, because certain middle schools, well, it might change now depending what area you in. Certain middle schools, they let you buy food, but a lot of them schools we was going to in public schools, you wasn't getting none of that. You was getting bullshit.
Nah, I like the move, because what they're also doing is taking the federal power away and giving it to the states in regards to the school. So with the whole knocking down the Department of Education, that's this federal brainwashing that they try to push nationwide to turn you into a worker, a good slave, instead of a free thinker. So now we put the power in the state's hands, and then the state can decide how they want to delegate and deal with their school system. And I think that ties in with this as well. Like, okay, y'all have this federal funding and this guideline of how you're feeding the kids, but what you're feeding is all trash. It's garbage. No nutritional value at all. Plus, we don't even know what you're putting in the food.
That's basically what I was finna get at too. By basically going to these local farmers and these farmer markets and going to these people that are growing this stuff, and they're taking care of the food themselves, the food will be more nutritional. It'll keep kids with more energy. It'll do a lot of different things. I think that's more beneficial when it comes to kids and learning in school. Believe it or not, you are what you eat. You know what I'm saying? You eating bullshit, you gonna feel like bullshit. You can really feel the difference if you know your body and learn it enough to know that you eat fruit or certain different things, your body, your energy will be different sporadically throughout the day versus you putting garbage in it. So I think that's a good move on them, on their end, and that's a good look for the farmers that's growing the stuff. They can get natural food and things that we're supposed to be getting that they're growing.
It says USDA can confirm it has provided notice to states, territories, and tribes that the FY 2025 funding previously announced for the pandemic-era local food for schools and children care cooperative agreement and pandemic-era local food purchase assistance cooperative government agreement program is no longer available, and those agreements will be terminated following a 60-day notification. So they got 60 days, and all that federal bullshit is out of here. The decision comes as the Trump administration and Elon Musk Department of Government Efficiency, aka DOGE, say they are slashing federal spending to reduce government waste. Like I said, you hit the nail right on the head. They basically getting the money and stealing the money and feeding your kids bullshit.
Oh, this was one more thing. I don't know did you see that?
Nah, I saw that earlier. Somebody said it's a shit show. But yeah, let me end this one.
I'll let it. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we can tap into that.
I'll check on that. Now you can end it today. I'll go back and bring it on.
Yeah, we do our research on that and do it tomorrow when everybody here. So basically, they said this was a move to give a long term. What's the word they used? It says, unlike the Biden administration, which funneled billions in commodity credit corporation funds into short-term programs with no plan for long-term longevity, USDA is prioritizing stable, proven solutions that deliver lasting impact. So it's like bro said, they create these fake organizations, which are short-term. They funnel a bunch of money. They steal the money, allegedly, and then the program closes, then they just open another one. Then that closes, they open another one, new name, and that's how they've been funneling money for years. So now Elon and them is saying, nah, we tracking the money. Not only are we tracking the money, we giving back to the locals and let that boom because they're going to pass that down generation to generation to generation, and that's a long-term plan, not this short-term bullshit.
Because they're actually here to design, and their business is specifically for that, for the food and for the stuff like that. They don't have to front and act like this is why they're running their business. So shout out to them for that. Hopefully that stuff at school get better, because we all know it's bullshit. If you ain't got lunch money, it's bad.
Man, I'm telling you, look up Sweden, look up Ireland, look up Thailand. It was a bunch of, I forget the exact countries on the list, but I'm looking at what they eat at school. I'm like, what the fuck? This is like 5-star chef type shit.
Some of them schools had Starbucks, all type of stuff. I seen that. Yeah, big restaurants in there. Like, that's crazy.
It looked like they had the salt nigga in there, sprinkling the salt on the steaks. I'm like, what the fuck? These niggas in 3rd grade eating salt-based steaks. Like, it's different. And then that ties to the IQ levels. You notice that we have a reading issue where most of the kids don't read up to their grade level. And the average citizen, they say, has the IQ of a 7th grader. They don't go no past 7th or 8th grade. This is adults we talking about. Go look at that show, Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader? Most people are fucking idiots. Then you look at these other countries, and then you look at the type of things that they kids know, and they test scores and they skill sets. Look at the food they eat. That's directly tied to that. Our food is causing brain rot. Their food is opening up 3rd dimensions and their 3rd eye, and it's different. It's what's in the food. You talking about they got ADHD. They don't got no ADHD. They eat Pop-Tarts, cereal, soda on the way to school.
Donuts,
and then you want them to sit still and do work. No, they bouncing off the seat. They pumped up. They just have 4 energy drinks in 2 bowls of cereal. 1,000 grams of sugar. Like, come on, cuz.
That's facts. I don't even care. Even the sugar different, because I was able to eat a donut and be cool. These niggas, they getting shit, and it's wild.
Nigga, think about we used to drink Kool-Aid.
I can't believe that. Bro. Hey, no, fuck that. We had we kept a bag of sugar big as this table in the house.
I was about to say.
Like this.
A cup like this.
Probably put 2 of them bitches.
2 cups of sugar for the Kool-Aid. Mix it up.
How we used to drink that shit?
How we didn't OD off that shit?
Wonder why we was outside 24/7. Everyone to come in. Nigga never getting tired. Nigga out there playing all day.
Sugar bag as big as the table. You get the Kool-Aid pitcher, fill it up, 2 of them.
Cup already in it.
Big scoops. Sometimes 2.5. Like, what is ain't sweet enough?
Pitcher this big. We killing that in a few hours.
Man.
That's crazy.
How the hell we didn't get diabetes, high blood pressure? You right, this sugar gotta be different.
It gotta be.
We was drinking that shit every day, sometimes twice a day.
Nigga sick if we ran out.
Facts. Yo, you had to go get the Wilders if they didn't have no Kool-Aid, that nasty ass.
Yeah, the Kool-Aid Wilders, the bunk flavor. Yeah.
Shit
wasn't enough sugar.
Yeah, it was hella watered down. Them you had to put like 3 cups.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Damn, that shit took me back. Kool-Aid, cuz.
Kool-Aid was fire, though. I can't even lie.
Nah, Kool-Aid was fire. Shout out to my Grape Street niggas, cuz. They got that fire Kool-Aid in the projects.
Man.
2103.
But yeah, man, share, like, and subscribe, man. Shout out to all the VwP members. We appreciate all the support, all the love. It's respect on our end. You know what I'm saying? Keep running this shit up. Go share, like, and subscribe. What bro always say, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And then double back. You know what I'm saying? Keep running this up in the algorithm, man.
The movement is moving.
Or it's, yeah.
The viral way. Bang.
Ain't no handouts, I did it from the ground up. In the streets, thugging hardest when they found us. Got a problem, nigga, watch my troopers mount up. My bitches bang too, and you a lame though. You niggas ain't outside, yeah, we came through. You want your lights up, we put you on the shade.